Black Chevrolet Colorado. I lost the vehicle, Derek. I only see CHP. I don't see Pasadena. If I do. Stand down. Let me find everything. Okay, I got the car. Okay, everybody, I'm good. I got eyes on it. What are we doing? 5 freeway coming up into Sun Valley, Pacoima. Pasadena PD's in pursuit. Are we on TV or on the web? It's a black Chevy pickup truck or black truck. Pasadena PD, guys. Pasadena PD. Understand web only, not TV. Just passing Osborne. Online, roger, roger, roger. All right, News Chopper 4 Alpha, we're over a high-speed pursuit here out of Pasadena. This vehicle here traveling 90 miles per hour. We're just hearing that right now. This is on the I-5 freeway northbound in the Pacoima area. Here's what we know. Possible armed and dangerous suspect. We heard the call. CHP was advised that Pasadena police was in pursuit. The pursuit was on the West 134 traveling into the Glendale area. Then the vehicle transitioned onto the North 5 Golden State Freeway. That's where we picked up the pursuit. 5 freeway in Sun Valley. You can see that vehicle close behind. That's CHP. They have been requested to take over. And look how fast CHP is traveling right now. CHP trying to keep up with that vehicle, almost hitting triple digits here, northbound 5 as we come up on the 118 freeway. Still the original one. Mic check, KMBC 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hear Michael in the background, so I'm assuming I'll be talking to him. Roger. Where are we? Roger. 90 miles an hour here, north on the 5 freeway, just passing the 118. Looks like we got one driver in this vehicle fidgeting around. Person has something between his legs there. They said this person was possibly armed, so that's definitely something that officers want to be made aware of. One male driver right now that we can see. Copy, everybody. I do copy that. I copy that. Thank you. I copy that, everybody. I'm almost shooting. Where am I shooting? He's behind us right now. I'm just, you know, he's slowing down. Five northbound approaching the 405. 5 northbound approaching the 405, guys. You can call it coming into Sylmar for Michael. Coming into Sylmar here. Trying to see what he is doing here. Okay, we're switching to the blue. Sylmar, North 5, approaching Sylmar, coming into the Newhall Pass. We'll most likely be doing a Newhall Pass here, north on the I-5 freeway. Following this pursuit here out of Pasadena. Possible narcotic suspect is what we heard earlier. Well, the information that we have right now is this vehicle, this pursuit began out of the Pasadena area. possible narcotic suspect. That's what we're hearing on the CHP scanner right now. They're also talking about possibly the individual may be armed. So that definitely escalates the situation for law enforcement officers here. You can see we're on the 5 freeway northbound. That's California Highway Patrol closely behind as we are slowly heading up into the Newhall Pass. Well, I say slowly, really that's not the case. Speeds are about 90 miles per hour right now. I'm looking ahead as far as traffic is concerned. It's wide open, so there's no slow traffic in the Newhall Pass right now, which only invites dangerous high speeds. This vehicle right here, driven by a solo occupant, we see one male in this vehicle. At times he was fidgeting there, and law enforcement officers still trying to get this guy to pull over. Again, this pursuit out of Pasadena, north on the 5 freeway. Now CHP took over their primary on this pursuit. 5 northbound as we come up on the 210. You can see CHP really close behind this guy. So far, the fastest I've seen is about 90 miles per hour. Because we're on freeways, we're not seeing any dangerous situations. I mean, those speeds are dangerous. We'd rather see it on the freeways than surface streets. It was on the 134 westbound, traveling out of Pasadena, going through Glendale, making that transition to the 5 north on the Golden State Freeway. So we did see speeds pick up at times right now. Traffic conditions are relatively light coming up on the 514 interchange. So as long as we stay on the freeway, that minimizes any potential problems. Right there, look at that helicopter. We don't see them too often. That's Pasadena PD. That's PD1. So they're following that pursuit. They're relaying the information to officers down below. They still have their units in pursuit. However, California Highway Patrol, because it's on the freeways, they are primary. They're taking over this pursuit right now, and we'll see where this pursuit takes us. There's wide open freeways right now. It's headed up into the Newhall Pass. I mean, this area is really, we're not going to have to worry about any traffic conditions. If he takes the 5 or the 14, freeway still looks pretty open right now. It looks like he's setting up to take the I-5 Golden State Freeway. So we're parallel to this vehicle. You can see CHP closely behind, as well as the Pasadena PD helicopter. Earlier, we were able to see the driver here as we come up on some of these overcrosses here. It makes us lose it for a second. But earlier, we did focus in on that driver. We were able to see him on the passenger side. We're traveling on the passenger side of the vehicle, 5 freeway northbound. You can see how he's just blazing by some of those cars. We're clocking him right now at about 75 miles per hour. Yes, and that's what we heard. And, you know, they always assume that. I mean, they always want to de-escalate the situation, but officers are always come with the most. Zero 065 is my back arrow. Hold on. I got to find him, Derek. Hold on. Yeah, I am. I just got to make sure I got the right vehicle. We had to, yeah, look at that. I got two black pickup trucks right here, and then one ahead. Yeah, exactly. Then one ahead. So it really, they make it easy to find. It's this guy right here. It's the guy who's driving really fast and recklessly. So we're still traveling about 90 miles per hour, 5 northbound, approaching Cal Grove. California Highway Patrol following this pursuit here. Looks like we're going to be going I-5 northbound, continuing up into the Santa Clarita area, most likely the Castaic area as well. Sometimes we see these pursuits travel north on the 5 and take it all the way up into Kern County. Yeah. Yeah, and again, we don't know where this person lives, resides, or where this person came from. What I can tell you is you brought up a very good point. That's where dispatchers come in to place. Dispatchers they are relaying information and making a lot of phone calls right now. That they've ran that license plate, so they know the registered owner of this vehicle. They're probably making phone calls right now, trying to find out who this driver is, what the circumstances are. They're also contacting other agencies in this area, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. If this vehicle gets off on the surface streets, it'll be in LA County Sheriff's jurisdiction. So the dispatchers may be doing a lot of work behind the scenes that we are unaware of right now. But we can see California Highway Patrol, lead agency on this pursuit on the I-5 northbound as you come up on Cal Grove right now. Speed speeds looks like almost 100 miles per hour, about 95 miles per hour is what I'm hearing from law enforcement officials. Yeah, Pasadena PD is still there. In fact, they do have the police helicopter. I'll kind of show you some of the units here. I'm going to shoot behind me right now. These looks like California Highway Patrol right here. We may still have some Pasadena units over here. They do have their law enforcement helicopter. They are relaying some of that information down to the units below. But regardless of the way this ends, that person will be going back to Pasadena. They will transfer that suspect into custody with Pasadena. But right now we're on the I-5 freeway northbound. Next major street should be coming up on Lyons, and left lane looks like he's still traveling at about, let's clock him about 80 miles per hour. I'm sorry, say that again, please. Unfortunately, no close calls. I'm trying to zoom in here so if we can see what this person is doing. A lot of times you can tell by their body language if they're agitated or if they're on the phone. You can see him moving around. He has something in his hand, yeah, reaching for something, and that could be concerning because law enforcement officials said he may have a weapon. We don't know if that's a weapon or not, but again, law enforcement officers don't want to take his chance. Look at him. So you see how he's hitting that thing, whatever it is. It might be a phone or something. So that body language can tell you the mood that this person is in. Seems a little bit agitated, so right now, guys, I'm going to need you to give me some IFB here. NOC, if you can switch my IFB, I'm losing it. So, Michael, I won't be able to hear you. But the I-5 freeway northbound passing Lyons right now speeds at about 75, 80 miles per hour. NOC, can I get some IFB, please? Switch me on the IFB. Okay, NBC 12, NOC, I need IFB to be put on oats, please. Back with you guys, Yeah, I think that's a cell phone there. You can see that person is extremely agitated. Michael, a lot of times we talk about that. We want to see what the mannerism is, what kind of thinking right now this person is doing. My pilot, Derek Bell, telling me about a spike strip. Did they do the spike strip yet, Derek? Okay, so that's a pretty successful spike strip. They've got 2 tires, so it's a successful spike strip. Now we're making an exit here off the I-5 freeway. This is Magic Mountain Parkway. Exiting Magic Mountain Parkway, person is very agitated, and that's when these things escalate. When they get agitated, you can see him pulling over right now. Considering it's an possibly armed suspect, I'm going to kind of keep a wide shot here until I can see the visual of what this person is doing. Roger. Yeah, and right. I'm going to keep a wide shot again because the body language, the suspect was so agitated. I don't know if he's going to come out and comply. I'm just going to cautiously put in, as long as I can see his hands. I see 2 hands right there. Okay, so that's good. We've got 2 hands right there showing that the suspect is complying with officers. He's coming out of the vehicle, male right there. So fortunately, he is just ending this pursuit. And he just decided, you know what, I'm just going to pull over here. I-5 freeway northbound at Magic Mountain Parkway. He has both hands up. Most likely, they're summoning him to, they're issuing commands. They're going to want him to lift that shirt up. They want to make sure that there's no weapons in his waistband. So you can see right there, as he's lifting that T-shirt, he's going to take it off. They're going to want him to turn around, want to make sure that he doesn't have anything in the front of his pants as well. And what officers are basically doing is they're just trying to get a visual to make sure the suspect does not have any weapons on him. He's turning around. Then they're going to have him face away from the direction of officers. Usually they're going to have him do that. See, he's kind of confused. Back up in the direction towards the officers, and they're going to have him get to a safe spot, most likely get on his knees or lay fully down extended, and they will approach the suspect once they can clear that vehicle. Pretty much, that could have been the situation right now. So you see how this orchestrated movement is. They have him proned out. They've got that K9. We always see that K9 right there. That suspect does not want that K9 to be deployed, so he is complying with orders. Just because the suspect is proned out right now, they still need to clear that vehicle. So they're going to cautiously keep their eye onto that vehicle, simultaneously approach the vehicle and the suspect. These officers are going to subdue the suspect. Other officers are going to approach the vehicle to make sure nobody is inside that vehicle. But right now we're getting this one suspect in custody. Just need to make sure that nobody else is in this vehicle. Again, this is the I-5 freeway northbound, exiting Magic Mountain Parkway, where this pursuit came to an end, originating out of the Pasadena area, an alleged narcotic suspect. Fortunately, this pursuit came to a safe ending. Exactly. That dog is barking, and that dog wants to get that suspect, get a piece of that suspect, and there's the handler right now holding that dog back. Those dogs are highly trained for situations like this, and that dog's overly excited, but being subdued by the canine handler there. Most likely, I believe that may be somebody from Pasadena PD. There's the suspect, but I'm going to show you. See how these officers cautiously still approach the vehicle? Dark tinted windows makes it a little difficult right now, but they want to make sure that vehicle is cleared. They're not going to assume. We only saw one person in the car, but they need to get visual verification that nobody else is in this vehicle. Once they clear that vehicle, they're going to now deal with that suspect, and he will be handed over to Pasadena PD. All right, guys. Good job, good job. We're staying on it. Roger that, roger that. We're still watching this here. We're still on the web. I-5 freeway northbound, Magic Mountain Parkway, suspect in custody. CHP now issued a code 4, one in custody. Most likely have Pasadena PD units down here. Those look like Pasadena units right there. K9 units, Pasadena. A couple of vehicles there from Pasadena as well. That suspect will be handed off to Pasadena here after all the proper paperwork is handled. Most likely that is the case right now. They're just interviewing this suspect, getting the necessary information. Pasadena units are on scene. I'm not sure of the exact procedure of how this is handled, but usually they will hand that suspect off to Pasadena. We also had some unmarked units. I did hear about an unmarked unit in pursuit as well. Look at that Dodge Caravan. Believe that was with Pasadena PD. So again, it was some type of narcotic suspect. So we don't know the circumstances that led up to the pursuit. And alleged narcotic suspect, but subsequently the pursuit out of Pasadena along the Ventura onto the I-5 freeway northbound. Michael, we saw that body language of that suspect, very agitated, slamming his phone on the middle console. Then my pilot Derek Bell telling me that there was a successful spike strip, taking away 2 of those tires. Perhaps that was incentive enough for the suspect just to realize it's not worth it. Good thinking on behalf of the suspect. No injuries, no accidents, and so everybody is safe. Officers high-fiving each other for a good job here, and also dispatchers. We really got to give those people credit. They do a lot of work behind the scenes, and they keep a very monotone situation there so the officers don't get overly excited. They do a great job. They're doing a lot of information, getting a lot of information rather behind the scenes, and we always want to recognize their hard work as well. They're behind the scenes, and these officers are definitely on the front lines with this suspect. Not too bad right now. I-5 freeway northbound, it looks pretty good here. Despite the police activity at the off-ramp, they'll probably clear that pretty soon. They like to make sure those lanes are clear, get everything off to the side. Also for officer safety. Oh, look at that. Our Channel 4 news van already on the scene right there. So we're going to give you some ground coverage. Exactly, that's how we roll. So the I-5 freeway northbound at Magic Mountain Parkway, you can see all the police activity here. Really not a significant delay.